Free Jose Daniel Ferrer Garcia and all the rest of the other political prisoners in Cuba now. We're also requesting the freedom of all those political prisoners in Venezuela, Nicaragua, North Korea, and China. Here once again to inform you what's happening in the world. Good morning to all my fellow American compatriots. God bless America. Here once again. Let's go with the news as quick as possible. The day is beautiful outside, but just in case, remember, like I always say, if the signal goes off, don't forget, go to my blog by putting down my name, Eduardo Rodriguez. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Another person who we are requesting, those who believe in morals and common sense and love our nation, the freedom of Roger Stones. There's a phone number here you can call. You can call directly to request his freedom. There it is. That's the number right there. This man was kidnapped from his home because of the far left who wants to destroy America. His only crime was denouncing corruption in the Democrat Party. Here's the phone number is 202-456-1414. Remember, call, and let's all get together to see if we can have Roger Stone free as soon as possible with the help of our beloved President, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, we request, please help to free this man who's innocent. Just like they try to do with you, is what they accomplished doing to Roger Stone, falsely accusing him of crimes which he didn't commit. This man is a true patriot who loves his country and is innocent. And we request his freedom now. Okay, I'm going to go short today as possible, even though there's a lot of news, a lot of videos, which I posted on my blog. They're all on my blog. But since time is gold, and they're liable to censor me for going too long or for some reason, I don't know what it is, because the extreme left don't want the truth to come out. I'm going to try to go as, like I say, I'm going to try to post the most important news of the day. Okay, I already did this one here. Okay, you know what amazes me? Liberals keep calling Islam a religion of peace, when all of us who have studied what Islam is all about, or gone to Jihad Watch, or who have listened to videos like the Glasgow Gang, who talks about the brutality and the hypocrisy of Islam and their threats against the world. Listen to this. Israel, who I always say, I stand with God and Israel eternally. They're always finding ways to cure and to save humanity from this dreadful disease, coronavirus. While in Islam, they're speaking about contaminating ourselves with this deadly disease, with this deadly virus, and spreading it onto non-Muslims. That's how evil these people are. You know, I don't care what anybody say. You know, I don't care if they call me Islamophobe. I'm Islamophobe for a reason. 9/11 was one of them. From then on, I just Islamophobed up to my teeth. And we should all be concerned and Islamophobe. The only one who are not I'm Islamophobe, because they're just as evil, are the communists, which keep calling themselves the Democrat Party. Okay, so let's go to the next news. There's more news on Islam. I don't want to read them all, but I'm just going to go one more. Norway, this is in Norway. Muslim migrant sets fire to two churches in revenge for alleged Quran burning by Norwegian. And they keep letting them in. Get them out of the country. In Greece, okay, let me go to one more because this one is very important. In Greece, refugees Muslim migrants set fire to a refugee camp on Lesbos. This is in Greece. Why are you letting them in? Why you have refugee camps? Close it down and send them back. What the hell's the matter with you, Greece? Who the hell is your prime minister? Get him out. If he's not working for you, hey, he's against you. So get him out of vote him out. And get these people out of there. They're not doing any good. They're not contributing to any benefit for the country. They're just trying to destroy, murder, and threaten, and kill. Get them out. Look at this. Nancy Pelosi, I don't care. When they asked her about transplant plans to put America back to work, she just doesn't care. You see, the communists don't care about the American people. They don't care about our lives. They don't care about where we live. She's only interested in her pocketbook. Only the money and only her bank account. That's all she's interested in raising her wealth. That's all. All of them are the same. The only true patriots, I'm not saying that all of them are true patriots because you got Mitt Romney and other Republicans are just as rotten as the Democrats. But basically, the ones who are more patriotic and really love the country are conservative. God forbid someday the people want to decide on picking somebody else besides Trump. Hey, go to the Tea Party, which is another alternative, which is a little bit more to the right than the Republican Party. Donald Trump is doing fabulous. But I'm just saying, if Trump decides not to run anymore, well, after 4 more years, I guess, it's only 8 years. So, go to the right. If you decide, if you make the dire error of trying to think that, hey, I'm going to vote Democrat, hey, you're going to commit suicide. So you rather go a little bit more to the right by choosing the Tea Party movement or a candidate for the Tea Party or somebody who can run for the Tea Party. Let's go to the next one. I got a whole bunch of videos. I want to pass all these how you call it news because I want to go to the videos. Okay, I got them in my WhatsApp. I forgot to post them down. Later on, when I finish this video, I'm going to post them all down on my blog. But since I forgot, I want to go to my WhatsApp. In my WhatsApp, I got everything, all the news we need to know about what's happening in video. Oh, I forgot. Good morning to my also fellow compatriots of the DAV, which I am a member of, Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 11. Okay. I'm not going to go to all the videos. I'm going to go to the most important one. There's a couple of them. I got to put this one down. No, wait a minute. Let me just go. Whenever you can, go to the Glasgow gang. There's a video here that says the surreal world of Muslim privilege. Go watch it. It's very important. I'm trying to find Mark Dice. I got Mark Dice somewhere around here. He's one of my favorites. Let me see if this one is from Mark Dice. I just can't have enough of that guy. This guy's just great.
Watching the news these days hasn't been so depressing in almost 20 years.
Just by looking at the title, I can't imagine what's on.
Joined his brother Fredo on CNN to give everybody an update on how New York was handling the situation.
Is the governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, of course, my brother. Thank you for coming back to the show. Mom told me I had to. Right, so let's do this. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I want specific numbers. Well, then don't. Then don't. I know. I have to take. Without interrupting. I know. Don't interrupt. You have a little bit of pop's gift where you just kind of keep going. Let me take a commercial, and then when we come back, you don't. When we come back from the commercial, I want to ask you what you need. In other words, normally it's one ventilator to one person. Is there a way to take that ventilator, which is essentially, you're the mechanic, do you have enough power in the pump to split it? You have enough power in the pump to split it, yes. Can you hear me, Governor? Can you hear me, Governor, or no? Voices.
What an example of brotherhood.
Do you hear me now? You never know with a politician if they really don't hear you or they didn't like where the questions were going. So let me see if we can get him back online. Governor, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
If you thought the fun ended there, you would be wrong. When they came back from commercial break, it continued. And it appears that they fixed the audio problem by feeding it to the governor through his cell phone, which is off camera on speakerphone, so he can hear Fredo.
What is the reality of dealing with the White House? Straight talk. Straight talk. Yeah, I always do straight talk. And I would disagree with your use of the word deferential, but it's your show. I've been very clear with the White House.
Don't forget it.
Yeah, it's hard to forget. I don't want to be have total association with you, frankly, in your show, because I don't need all that negativity. One, I'm hearing your fingernails like scratch on something like you're nervous. I know you're busy. There's always time to cut your fingernails and call you Mom. But what was the right move that you've made so far, and what was a wrong move that you've made? Closing everything down was the right decision. The worst decision, which is a lousy question by you, is probably coming on your show, frankly.
I don't think I've seen anything this entertaining on CNN since Anderson Cooper was interviewing a group of people out on the streets of New York, and then this happened.
See, there had been that. I was going to say that if he did make contact, if he did make...
And speaking of Anderson Cooper, he's trying to be cool and work from home to set an example for the rest of us.
I'm going to be broadcasting tonight from my house in New York City. I don't have any symptoms. I feel fine. It's just an abundance of caution to keep everybody around me and everybody on our staff is going to be staying out of the office for a while.
It's interesting to note that aside from working on his laptop in his kitchen, he didn't put on his costume. I mean, his suit and tie, and instead is copying my style and just wearing a t-shirt. It seems everyone's a YouTuber now. Jimmy Fallon's recording The Tonight Show in his game room with the help of his kids. Welcome to The Tonight Show at Home edition. All the late-night talk show hosts are producing little shows and posting them on their YouTube channels. But the producers of Jimmy Kimmel's show apparently didn't tell him that if he doesn't have a tripod to attach his phone to, you can just set it down instead of holding it and having it shake all around and look like crap.
Since I have nothing to do, and the fact that you're watching this makes me assume you have nothing to do, I'm going to shoot a mini monologue every day until we get back.
Oh, thank God, the celebrities will save us. Even Joe Biden is recording videos at home, and he's such a joke that literally the next 5 videos in the up next queue are all from Saturday Night Live. I'm not sure if his campaign is using a green screen or if he's actually recording these in his home office. But there's definitely no need to make it appear as if he's standing in front of a podium with his name on it.
And in addition to that, we have to make sure that we are in a position that we are. Well, let me go to the second thing. I'm spoken of.
Yes, Joe, I'm sure that you know better than all the doctors and professionals who are working on the forefront of this, trying to slow it down. Oh, and speaking of slowing things down, the Democrats have been dragging their feet on the so-called stimulus package or the relief bill because it didn't have enough in there about diversity. In fact, Nancy Pelosi's draft mentioned the word diversity 32 times. And the New York Times headlines have been slowly changing from what was once accurate reporting to now what are completely absurd. Formally reporting that the Democrats blocked the stimulus, then changing it to say, well, they blocked it because they just wanted to protect them, to get accurate information, which is why you need to be careful over the next few months to avoid the liberal media as much as possible. Despite everybody in the mainstream media thinking they're a YouTuber these days, you know the one YouTube channel that you can trust. And if you have a job and you're confident that you're going to keep it through this ordeal, if you want to save 20% off of anything from markdice.com, use the promo code Corona at checkout. The sale is good through the end of the month, so if you want to get yourself a Liberal Tears mug or oh wait, what's this shirt, or any of my awesome designs, head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below, enter the promo code Corona at the checkout, and check them out.
He's going to be one of my best. Okay, let's go to the next one. I think I went too far down, too far up. Okay. Well, there's more here, more videos, but like I said, I want to go as short as possible. I'm just finally approved built on seat shift. Okay, let's see this one here.
Disgraced Chrissy Teigen has one secret exposed that proves she hates America. Welcome back to the Next News Network. My name's Elijah. Please check your subscribe by clicking below as always and turning on that notification bell. Our story today comes from none other than Jim Hoft from the Gateway Pundit, who celebrities is working with the Chi-Coms as she goes after our beautiful First Lady. I have a personal vendetta against Chrissy Teigen. I think she's nasty. She might be beautiful on the outside to many, but her heart is as cold as ice. Anyway, thank you so much again for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.
Thank you for
Okay, I
watching.
think I repeated this one.
Let's have a little discussion.
Let me go
Picking up
to the
where we
next
left
one
off.
as quick
Remember, like I said,
as I can. Okay. Okay, listen to this one. This one is pretty good.
Senator, thank you. Always good to have you with us tonight. So you heard what the president said today. He talked about Easter, wanted to get these things open. He said we have to go back much sooner than people thought. Do you agree?
Well, I think hopefully we can do it before Easter, but it's got to be conditions based. I want to get out of Afghanistan, but if the generals tell me we'll get attacked and we'll get out too soon, I won't get out. To the president, you're right, you want to jumpstart the economy, but don't try to create an economic bump that leads to a spike in the virus. Our goal is to destroy the virus. So any decision to open up the economy based on age or region needs to be scientifically blessed by the experts. Any president who turns down sound advice during a war usually regrets it. So my goal is to turn on the economy, but it's got to be conditions-based. If the data supports it, I'm for it. If it doesn't, I'm against it. And I'll just say this, if most Americans heard from Dr. Blix and Dr. Fauci that it was not safe to go back to work, no matter what the president said, most would not go back to work.
Yeah, despite what a lot of people are saying, Dr. Fauci went out of his way several times today to say that the president does listen to his advice.
He does.
And that he felt that it was divisive to suggest that, to try to pit them against each other doesn't really help anybody in this country. But do you feel confident, you know the president well, you talk to him a lot, that he will listen to their advice on this?
Yeah, I'm very confident he will, because this president has the best medical team around him. The vice president's done a wonderful job. And you're right, Mr. President, to want to turn back on the economy, but we got to do it smartly. And here's what I would suggest. Dr. Fauci said, based on the data, there may be regions that we can open up. There may be demographics, younger people may be able to go back to work without a lot of risk. But I would make my decisions based on my medical experts. The goal is to open up the economy, but it needs to be conditions-based. The number one decision the president made smartly was to stop travel from China early on. Only God knows how many people are alive today because he stopped travel from China. Don't undercut that decision by wanting to open up the economy too quick. It's got to be based on sound science.
Yeah. All right, let's turn to the bill on Capitol Hill, the Senate bill tonight. Where does it stand? Is it the right bill? I know obviously there's a lot of push to get it done, but it needs to be something that is effective. And what are the problems right now as you see it for tonight?
Well, it doesn't need to be the Green New Deal. This bill had a bunch of junk in it that was just a liberal wish list. I think most of it's out. Mitch McConnell said we're inside the 2-yard line, but here's the problem. There are 20 people playing defense. They're all kind of special interest groups trying to get a little bit more, trying to say no to this, no to that. Here's what I say. If we don't have a bill in the next 48 hours, every member and every staff person up here should lose their pay and their benefits until we pass the bill. Martha McSally has legislation to do that. If we don't have a bill in the next 48 hours, I'm going to go to the floor of the Senate and make a unanimous consent request to cut our pay and benefits off until we pass one. I am hopeful, but I've been hopeful for the last 48 hours. Pass the damn bill. People are out of work. They need a paycheck. The doctors and nurses are under siege. They need medical supplies. Small business has been put out of business. Let's put them back in business. Enough already. Pass the damn bill.
So, what do you think is reasonable in terms of a timeline? When are we going to see this vote? And the House isn't even in session. That's okay. So, Tim, you believe the bill will pass tonight in the Senate?
If it doesn't pass tonight, there's no good reason. There is no good reason left to deny the American people the relief they need. Every restaurant and bar in South Carolina is closed. As long as you can't congregate with 10 people or more, the entire economy is shut down. So people need a paycheck. They need to have burdens taken off them. Their student loan payment deferred. There's so many good things in this bill. It's $2 trillion. It is very generous, and what's holding this bill up is special interest politics. And if in the next 48 hours we do not pass this bill, everybody in the country should cut off our pay.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of folks that would have no problem with that and do want to see a resolution here that's the best thing for the American people. Senator Romney's in quarantine. A number of senators are in quarantine. Should members of the House and the Senate be able to vote, given these extreme circumstances, remotely?
Yeah, we're in a war. We're in a two-front war. We're in a war against a virus. And here's what I would say. Watch what's happening in New York. Do you want that movie to come to your neighborhood? I'm all for trying to jumpstart the economy and turn it back on where it makes sense. But what's happening in New York can come to South Carolina or any other place if we really don't watch it here. So here's my hope, is that we can pass this bill, which will put money into the economy, buy time, take fear and burdens off people. We can focus on killing the virus. We're at war with this virus. I want to starve it, I want to bomb it, and I want to kill it. You starve it by having social distancing. To all those people who are not following the guidelines, shame on you. You bomb it by having therapies that will make it less lethal, and you kill it with a vaccine. When will we turn the corner? When there are less infections, therapies that really work, not just talked about on TV, and a vaccine's on the horizon. That's when you will turn the corner.
Senator, thank you.
Okay. Let me see if there's anything else super important. No, I'm gonna go on because okay, let's go to this one here.
This is a fan-generated
Let's
show.
go, gang.
If you would like to support us, please go to jamieglazoff.com. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And make sure to order Jamie Glazoff's new critically acclaimed jihadist Psychopath. How he is charming, seducing, and devouring us. All your support is greatly appreciated. Hello, and welcome to Any Cyrus Moment, brought to you by the Glazoff Gang. Let's talk about Corey Mohammed. Just in case if you don't know of him, or you haven't heard of him. Corey Mohammed is a guy who decided to go on a killing spree back in April of 2017 in Fresno, California.
Thanks to Obama.
Most of the report says a black man got tired of racism, so he went and killed a white man. His own confession said that I just found some white man to kill. But here's few things missing from most of the reports. Number one, Corey Mohammed is a Muslim, a follower of Nation of Islam. On his trial, he actually held up a Nation of Islam newsletter and posed for the cameras. They forgot to mention that the supposedly black man who got tired of racism, which, by the way, if you read, there is not a shred of evidence that he faced any racism in any shape or form. But we all know how white privilege goes in this country. Just because the victims were white, no one cares, right? But here's my question. Are we ever going to actually open the discussion and conversation about Muslim privilege in our country? Are we ever going to actually say that when Muslims do good, like being elected as congresswoman or being elected in any office, we don't drop the name Muslim from their name? But when they go in their jihad, which is obligation for them, we make sure to eliminate the word Muslim from their name. That's the first thing we do. I think that is the definition of Muslim privilege, the cover-up that we do for them. 2020, the concentration and focus of Homeland Security is on white supremacy. They have care members coming in and giving them advice on white supremacy issues that our country is facing. I'm pretty sure we shouldn't hold our breath thinking they might bring some ex-Muslims to help them concentrate on Islamic supremacy issue we're facing in this country. We gotta wake up. We gotta demand investigation into actual problems we're facing, that Muslims are killing non-Muslims, white or not, in name of jihad, and we are covering it up for them. We need to stop mentioning the Muslim community when it's good for them and we're gonna just let it be Muslim community. And they also need to pick a side. If they want to be the minority, but then they can't cherry pick. If they want to be a separated group from rest of the America because they're not here to assimilate, as Linda Sarsour said, then they're going to have to be Muslims all together as one group, including the killers, the terrorists, and the jihadis, all the way from September 11th to San Bernardino shooting, to Boston Marathon bombing, to the Sir of Corey Mohammed killing white men because he just felt like it. And we also need to ask Homeland Security to do the proper focus, which is Islamic supremacy in America. We do not have white supremacy issue. There is no such a thing as white privilege. And as a brown woman, I think I can say that. But on the other hand, every American is suffering. Subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. And also remember, we are a fan-generated show, which means we need your help. So go to jamieglazoff.com and make a donation of any amount you can so we can continue doing what we do, which is educating you on the issues of unholy alliance between the left and Islam. Thank you.
Well, as you can see, the signal here went off for a couple of seconds. Let me see if I can put one more. There's a lot of videos. Like I said, go to mine. Well, after I finish today, I'm gonna try to put down everything that I forgot to put on with, and it happens to me a lot. I forget to put down all the videos on my blog of I Pledge Allegiance to the Flag. I'm always determined to do it, but for some reason I just forget. Let me see if this one here doesn't last too long.
After today's town hall, I spoke one-on-one with President Trump about the virus pandemic and his administration's response to it. I asked him also about what comes next.
Oh, no,
what
that's
you
long.
can expect.
I'm going to finish for today. Like I always said, Donald Trump, God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America eternally. God bless Israel. Like I say, I always say, I stand with God and Israel eternally. God bless all these free countries to help them keep it free. And I hope to God we can soon, to God can liberate Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, North Korea, and China of this dreadful, deadly disease, which is not coronavirus, it's communism, which is worse than the virus. So until next time, bye-bye.